I was bigger, faster, stronger. But Cal will pull me to the side. He's like, man, we can't do nothing with you, T. And I looked him right in his face and I understand, and I thought I was gonna get another chance. And it just had nothing to do with athletic ability. It was effort. I mean, Jesus, just effort. Effort is usually my breaking point, and I'll try. I'll give it. I'm gonna throw in the towel, but when I see a kid or anybody that just don't have the effort, I sort of mark that on my calendar, and I'm like, hey, look, man, this may not be for you.
And that's
And
kind
I've had those conversations a few times.
same thing with what I do, because I think I consider myself, I know it's GD, non-attorney pro se consulting, but I think I should probably call the C coaching, because that's all I can do is kind of work with what's there. I'm
Yep.
patient in it, but man, you got to want it. And I learned that when I went to the Army. I didn't put in the effort in high school, but when I got out and I went to school and I started doing the semi-pro route and I started working out with guys that were in college or going to the league, and I'm like, I said, damn, I'm actually all pro. I'm getting looks, and they want me to go to these camps. I'm like, I could have went to college somewhere and play. Well, I knew I was good enough to play, but it's like the thing is, I realized what got me there wasn't the physical tools; it was the effort part. You just can't let nobody outwork you. That's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this figured out. And so I get it. It's the same thing I tell guys with this. I can only give you what I can give you. You still have to go put in the effort to be better. I think everybody's gonna be better than me. That's why I look at it and say, this person is gonna be better than me because they have something I didn't have. In this area, you have somebody who's been through a lot of it. And I've learned so much from the legal professionals that I've worked with. I learned, just tremendous amounts of information, and I have no problem sharing it. So, again, I think that everybody that I've talked to, I think we have a positive pathway out. You just have to stick with the pathway. Mike has seen it. You kind of seen how they have positioned themselves with you, TJ. Dele's seen it. Matrix thankfully hasn't had to deal with it, but you just got to stick with it. But he's seen how the success can be there. But you have to want to put in the work. You have to want to put in the effort. And you can't take that, I think it's called a helicopter parenting approach to being a grown man or woman in these situations. You have to put in the work. So, with that being said, and I'm about 20 minutes longer than I wanted to be here. Anybody got anything that you want me to address or add? I'm going to talk about my case on some separate whatever podcast. I'm going to show everybody what I got going on with Officer Rowe Basketball, Dr. John Shim Spine, Shim Medical, the United States government doing business as the Department of Veterans Affairs. So I did definitely file a jump on the back of a gorilla lawsuit. But I'm going to show you how I did my interrogatories, my request for admissions, and how the process is going, and kind of keep everybody up to date. Put some hopefully some more publicity in it and keep it going. So that being said, anybody got any thoughts, comments, anything else you want me to add?
No, do you think?
Hey, listen, as always in parting, sometimes it's not about right or wrong. More importantly, it's about clear. Oh, we got somebody that popped in. Damn, shouldn't have asked. What's going on, D-Dub?
Ain't nothing great, man. It's been a minute. I've been extremely busy, but I've been catching up with the videos after, man. But I've been trying to make it on time, but it's all good.
Okay, you just wanted to speak. Okay, cool. So now you're famous. Um, as,
Wow.
as always in parting. Oh, JC. What's going on, JC?
Yo, man, I just want to tell you I appreciate you. I ain't been on one in a minute, but I've been on it, man. I got all kind of cases, appeals. I'm waiting to hear about split custody with my two younger ones. So I just been staying active. Oh yeah, I've been on it. I done won all kind of settlements. The thing with the I don't know if you remember, Greg, in the beginning with my landlord and
Yeah.
all of that. I don't want settlements for that. I done got paid on quite a few of them. I've been sticking and moving. So, man, I appreciate you, Greg. Just the method in which we learn this is definitely been night and day from what I originally started with. Because, I started with the package boys information too. So, yeah, man, it's been a journey. And I appreciate you, man. I really do.
And no problem. Pass it on to the next one. I always like to hear the successful stories, and if they're not successful, if we're dealing with the struggle, we're gonna get it corrected. And I'm gonna work harder and more on identifying, verifying, and simplifying it along the way as well. I think everybody can get this thing done. You have something else, Daryl?
Yeah, I actually wanted to share some information today. I did do a Rule 40B motion for the appellate courts to review the lowercase courts, and they actually sent up my appeal without me having to pay no money. So a win is a win.
Access to the court should be without pay, denial, and delay, sale, denial, or delay. So it's probably constitution required. So that's all cool. So listen, man, I don't make up any of the rules. I just try to show you all where I got, how I got where I have, and what I've done. So it's not as if it's a secret. So
I,
hey,
I do
always
got
look,
I
huh?
do got another question though. So
Okay.
I'm hearing from Daylight, and I checked this out myself, that case text is gone now.
Yeah, it's been absorbed by Thompson's and Reuters or Westlaw. So I have a meeting with them. I'm going to get mine back because parallel search has been absorbed by Westlaw Classic. So I'm going to definitely get it. I can't let well, it's not about a pricing issue. I'll utilize some resources and I'll get it done because I just had to have it. So this Brett's not here, but he he had some ideas as to why. I'll let him break it down himself as to how and why that happened that way, because essentially he did the same thing. And those of us who got some years on us might be too young, but Matrix is old enough to remember, and so you, TJ, kind of how Walmart did everything. They came in undercutting mom and pops, kept undercutting mom and pops. When mom and pops are gone, they just wiped out and didn't raise the prices. Not that they're affordable universally, so to speak, but that was a real slick way of making more money.
Mm.
And maybe cutting out some of the competition, because everybody's not equally blessed. Everybody doesn't have the resources that some of the guys on here may have. But part of it is, I think, of what you were saying earlier, right, MJ? A person without the economic means can get screwed in this system just on information.
Yeah, just on information alone. I mean, that's why the media is so powerful. I mean, it's like they'll tell you one thing and do another, you know.
Yeah,
But same thing with big corporations. I mean, it's like pull the wool over your eyes, give you certain information, and then they got the resources to buy your house up.
yeah, and that's a resource everybody will start paying real attention to. So, hey, listen, I got guys, we got things we got to do, a few of us. So, as always, imparting, sometimes it's not about right or wrong. More importantly, it's about clarity.